Imagine this for a second. It's Friday night. Your phone lights up with invitations, plans, noise, movement, and instead of feeling excited, your body relaxes at the thought of staying home. The door closed, the lights soft, the outside world on pause. And right now, you might be thinking, is something wrong with me? Because society keeps telling us that loving home means you're boring, antisocial, lazy, or scared of life. But what if I told you that the psychology behind loving to stay at home goes much deeper than introversion, and in many cases, it's actually a sign of emotional intelligence, deep self-awareness, and mental strength? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might see yourself in a completely new way. Most people misunderstand those who prefer staying at home. They assume it's a bachelorness or social anxiety. But psychology shows us something very different. People who genuinely enjoy being at home are often highly sensitive to overstimulation. This doesn't mean weak. It means their brains process information deeply. Noise, crowds, constant interaction, small talk, and social expectations drain their mental energy faster than they drain others. Home becomes a place where the nervous system finally relaxes. It's not escape. It's recovery. In the first minute, let me say this clearly. If you're enjoying this kind of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Hidden Psychology. It really helps the channel grow, and it tells me to bring you more deep, honest conversations like this one. Now, let's go deeper. People who love staying home often value meaning over stimulation. They don't chase excitement just to feel alive. They want depth, purpose, authentic moments. At home, there's no pressure to perform, no need to impress, no must. And that feeling of being fully yourself is something many people rarely experience outside. Psychologists call this congruence. When your outer environment matches your inner world. And for home lovers, home provides that alignment. There's also something important happening emotionally. Many people who enjoy staying home have strong inner worlds. Their thoughts are rich. Their imagination is active. Their emotional life is layered. When you are constantly outside, distracted by noise and people, you don't hear your inner voice. At home, that voice becomes clear. This is why creative thinkers, writers, artists, planners, and deep problem solvers often crave solitude. It's where clarity lives. Another hidden reason is boundaries. People who love staying home usually have learned, consciously or unconsciously, that their energy is valuable. They don't give it away easily. Every interaction costs emotional currency. So instead of spreading themselves thin, they protect their space. Home becomes a boundary, a safe zone where expectations disappear. And in a world that constantly demands attention, protecting your peace is a powerful psychological skill. Let's talk about childhood for a moment. Many home-loving adults grew up learning to self-soothe. They learned early how to entertain themselves, reflect, or stay emotionally independent. This often happens in intelligent, observant children who spend time thinking rather than reacting. So staying home doesn't feel lonely to them. It feels familiar, comfortable, regulating. There's also a strong connection between loving home and emotional maturity. Emotionally mature people don't need constant validation from others. They don't measure their worth by how busy their social calendar is. They feel secure in silence, comfortable with stillness. And psychology shows that the ability to sit alone with your thoughts without distraction is a sign of strong emotional regulation. Another thing society doesn't talk about is how overstimulating the modern world has become. Notifications, expectations, performance culture, hustle. People who choose home are often unconsciously resisting burnout. Their brain is saying, slow down, protect yourself, and instead of ignoring that signal, they listen. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. You might notice that people who love staying home are selective with relationships. They don't need many friends. They need real ones. deep conversations over loud gatherings, emotional safety over surface level fun. And when they do go out, it's intentional, meaningful, not forced. This selectivity often gets mistaken for arrogance or antisocial behavior, but in reality, it's discernment. There's also a strong link between loving home and high self-awareness. When you spend time alone, you learn who you are without outside influence. Your opinions become yours. Your values solidify. Your intuition strengthens. That's why people who spend time at home often have strong inner confidence, even if they're quiet about it. Now let me gently say this. Not all staying home is healthy. There's a difference between enjoying home and hiding from life. The difference is motivation. If home feels like peace, safety, and restoration, that's healthy. If it feels like fear, avoidance, or numbness, that's something to explore. Psychology always asks why, not what. For many people, home is where control returns. Outside, you're constantly adapting. Inside, you choose what you watch, what you eat, how you move. When you rest, this sense of control lowers stress hormones and increases emotional balance. That's real science. People who love staying home often have strong empathy too. They feel deeply, and feeling deeply in public spaces can be exhausting. Home allows emotional decompression. It's where they process feelings instead of suppressing them. That's why, after social events, they don't feel energized. They feel drained. And staying home helps them reset. Let's talk about identity. Society glorifies being busy, being out, being seen, but psychology shows that identity built on external validation is fragile. People who enjoy staying home often build identity internally. They know who they are when no one is watching, and that creates quiet strength. If this is resonating with you so far, let me know in the comments. Do you feel more alive at home or outside? Your answers help this community grow and help the Hidden Psychology channel reach more people like you. As we go deeper, there's something almost rebellious about choosing home. You're choosing rest over rush, depth over display, presence over performance. And your brain rewards that choice with calm, focus, emotional clarity. Many people who love staying home are also future-oriented thinkers. They think long-term, they plan, they reflect. Loud environments interrupt that mental flow. Home protects it. That's why they might seem slow to act, but when they do, it's intentional and powerful. And here's something beautiful. Loving home doesn't mean you don't love people. It means you love yourself enough to recharge before giving. You understand that you can't pour from an empty cup. Psychology calls this emotional conservation. Near the end of this video, I want to remind you of something important. You don't need to change who you are to fit a louder world. The world needs calm thinkers. Deep feelers, observers, and home lovers are often the ones who quietly shape ideas, heal others, and create stability behind the scenes. If this video helped you see yourself differently, share it with someone who always cancels plans and feels guilty about it. They might need to hear this. And before you go, comment one word that describes how home makes you feel. Safe, tough, free, seen. Your words matter here. This has been a quiet but powerful conversation on Hidden Psychology. Like the video if it spoke to you. Subscribe for more deep psychological insights. And remember, sometimes staying home isn't hiding from life. It's choosing yourself.